Hi guys, I'm Nika from Turkish Angora Cats Active Breeders, and today I'm going to talk to you about Turkish Angora Kittens price. Coming up. Alright, so it's quite of a subject. It's a very delicate matter, so I will just talk averages and I will not name any breeders, and I will try to be fair. I would say that across the countries the price will vary. So I would have like a point of reference in the US because based on the statistics of the group, most of the people are from US, so I would just focus on that and then compare it a little bit. So I think in the US you can find a range of prices. Always beware of the very low prices, because that means most probably something is wrong. Maybe the pedigree is will not be in your possession, or maybe it's falsified, or maybe a kitten is not healthy, or something's going on. Most likely. So I think in the US the prices will vary between 12 and 1500. It obviously will depend on the quality of the kitten, but I would say for the pet kitten you will expect that price. Some breeders will differentiate the pet quality price from the show quality price, or for breeding quality price. So you would see the same cat will sell for a certain amount as a pet, but if you want to breed with that cat, then you will have to pay obviously more, and so how much more, it depends on the breeder. But I would focus on the pet cats. So the pet cats, obviously it will the price will depend on the combination and the characteristics the kitten will have. Like very unusual combinations will be obviously more expensive, or very beautiful combinations of the kitten will be more expensive. And then maybe, I don't know, if the breeder maybe can make you like a deal or something, like you can ask for maybe the price of 2 kittens, maybe it will be less in total, and then you can see if you can maybe adopt siblings. Most people will not think about it because like, oh no, it's too expensive, but actually the investment is not so much bigger when you have brother and sister, or 2 brothers. When they go home, the adaptation is very like fast, and it's usually more enjoyable for them. If you don't have any other pets, you will just have them and they will play with each other all their life. So that for the kitten will be great. And so you can usually get the discount if you got the brother or sister. And so then when we go to the Europe area, I would say, I think in Europe the price will vary between like 600 to 800 euros, maybe more. It depends on the country, obviously, and obviously like if there are countries in crisis, the prices will be lower and stuff, but it's like all over the world. And so you will expect that price, and you can calculate maybe if that is more convenient or less convenient if you pay the delivery, or maybe the breeder that like from another part of the world will have like the possibility to send you a kitten with their relative or with their like family member or a courier, and it will not be so much more expensive than the kitten that you would buy in the US maybe. Or for another European country, if there is like a difference of 200 euros, maybe that's a decision point for you. Also I think in like Eastern Europe, you can find kittens for like $500 around that, maybe $800, and also you can consider like the delivery cost. That is a little bit obviously like It's closer to Europe, but a little bit more far away from the US. But I think in all the cases, you will need to focus like on the picture of the kitten and decide like whether you like the kitten first, whether it's something that you are looking for, because they can be quite different, like the one Turkish Angora from another one. Like in the region, they can produce like very nice crosses of the kitten, and maybe the combination you are especially looking for you will find in that particular time in another part of the world. Or maybe you will have to wait for the kitten. If you're looking for the kitten in your area, like say in the US, you will maybe contact the breeder and then wait for a kitten to have that particular kitten with that particular characteristics. Also, the price will obviously depend on the responsibility of the breeder, on the experience of the breeder. Like usually when the breeder is more responsible, he will or she will do like more stuff for kittens, and that obviously implies more effort and more experience in some cases, and so that will be helpful for you as well. Like when you buy a kitten, you not only buy a kitten itself, but you also buy the contact with the breeder. So when you contact them like the first time, or like when you talk to the breeder before you buy the kitten, see if you can connect with that person, if the person is communicating well with you, if he or she answers all of your questions, if something goes wrong, if you will be comfortable to contact and talk to that person. Sometimes maybe it's worthwhile to wait a little bit or to pay a little bit more, but get the kitten you like and get the treatment you like as well. When you hear a high price, you also need to ask like what's included. Like some breeders will include like all the vaccinations and the bear test for hearing, and like a microchip, like all the papers and stuff, like everything in that price. So you will not need to worry about it. Like in that price, which will be a little bit higher, obviously it's all included there. But just check, like when you contact the breeders, just check that everything is included and that's the final price, or you need to add something else. Yeah. And I like very much when someone from another country is asking for a kitten, and then breeders from all over the world are like, oh, I'm France, oh, I'm in Germany, oh, I'm, I don't know, Mexico, and that's so cool. I think it's just it's just the purpose of the group. Like it doesn't have to be like local, find a kitten in your, I don't know, in your neighborhood. It doesn't have to be like that. And actually the Turkish Angora cats breeders, we're not so many in the world compared to other breeds, and we're also like not so popular. I wish we were, and I wish our breed were so popular. And I think like one of the things we can do as a group is also to to inform the people about the breed and make the purchase easy, and look forward to expand the information and expand our Turkish Angora community, and that will be super cool. Okay, so and then also be aware and educated on the prices between the countries, right? So if you see the prices are lower, it not necessarily means that the kitten is not healthy or something's wrong with them. Like if the price is super low, so request everything and check everything, and it may be something like just do your research. And then if the costs are low, for example, the breeder will tell you, okay, the cat is worth that, and then on top of that you should add like, I don't know, $100 or $200 of all the vet checks and vaccines and stuff. So maybe in some countries it will be not enough, but in other countries the costs are maybe lower, like all the same, the vets and the food and stuff it's a little bit lower in the countries that doesn't have like the salary so high. So just make sure that it's not because it's not a responsible breeder, it's just that the cost of the services are lower. Yeah, and then another tip I would like to give about the kittens is that the people usually will look for a kitten. And will not think about the adult cat. And I think one of the I would say most interesting way to reduce the price is to get the cat who probably was used for breeding like for a year or two, and then we retire him. Doesn't mean that the cat is perfectly healthy, it's up to standard, it's a perfect Turkish Angora, it has everything done, and like all the checks and all the stuff, and then we will just sell him maybe for a little bit less than the kitten, because the demand for the kittens is higher than the demand for adult cats. Or maybe it's like a perfect female that lived like 5 years, and then the breeder just doesn't have the space for her, because we have like a group, so maybe the group is changing, and the behavior of other cats will make us sell the cat. So that is also an option. Just talk to the breeder and not only ask for kitten but also for adult cat, and they will be gracious, they will be already educated. Like it's also like an advantage, and for a lot of years you will have the precious cat in your house. We will usually keep the ones that are the most beautiful, and we'll usually keep the ones that are good for breeding, so good health. And so it's I think it's a great option. Yeah, and then so obviously when you want the very special kitten, and you want the characteristics that you are certain of, and if you are selecting a kitten, you are first to pick up from the kitten's litter, and you're selecting the very best kitten, obviously the price can go up. So if the breeder will first tell you, okay, my kitten I'm selling the kittens for that price, and then the price can go up a little bit, because like if you selected the most precious, baby the breeder had, it can happen. It happened to me as well. So if you have any questions, please do let me know. If you want to know more about Turkish Angoras, please watch the other videos. I have a lot of videos about pedigrees, a lot of videos about kitten's health when you're buying it, about the papers that you need to request and stuff. So if you have any questions, please let me know, because I will answer all of them. And also there are a lot of breeders from our community that will correct me when I'm saying something wrong, so just go and ask, and we'll try to help you. Thank you. Bye bye.